Hello guys, today we are back with another CTF challenge on TryHackMe. So this is going to be another beginner level challenge, and the name is Basic Penetration Room. And in this room, we will be working on some enumeration techniques, including Samba share enumeration and user enumeration as well as some brute force attacks. So let's start. So basic pen testing, this machine allows you to practice web app hacking and privilege escalation. So these things we will learn today: brute forcing, hash cracking, service enumeration, Linux enumeration. Okay, so the main goal to learn as much as possible, make sure to connect to our network, deploy the machine and connect to our network. So I have just started the machine few minutes back and I have completed the deployment for this machine. Find the expose exposed services by the machine. So we need to find out what all services are exposed. And the next question is, what is the name of the hidden directory on web server? So there is a web server hosted on port 80 or something for sure. So let's see. Let's find out. So I have connected to the VPN. This is the TryHackMe IP, and this is Kali IP. So let's go back to terminal. I'm increasing the size a bit. Okay, so first thing first, let's export the IP quickly. Let's store the IP in IP variable so that we can use $IP variable everywhere. So -sc -sv and $IP, and we can export the log in the log file. So just to save time, I have already executed this nmap scan few minutes back. So let's just check the nmap log. Okay, so in nmap log we can see 22 port is open, that is SSH, 80 port HTTP, and 139 is Samba, 443 is Samba, and the version is mentioned. Okay, so this port 80 is having Apache HTTPD version this, and Ubuntu is running most likely, and then 8009 AGP service or something like this on port 8080. STD proxy could be hosted. The question mark indicates that the accuracy is not 100%, and this is the script result. So nothing special here. So what we can do, we can go to port 80 and let's see what is mentioned on the website. Okay, so here comes the Mozilla and this is the IP address, and it says undergoing maintenance, please check back later. So let's see the source code. So the comment says check our dev notes section if you need to know what to work on. So where is the dev note section? Nothing is mentioned here, no link. Let's try dev, or maybe dev.html or PHP. Nope, nothing is here. So what we will do, we will run the GoBuster to find out what are the hidden directories here. So syntax is GoBuster. You can see the syntax here, dir for. Before that, let me show you the switches here. Help. So basically, this runs in different modes, like when we need to find out the directory or file enumeration. This mode need to be chosen, like dir, and in case of DNS, then choose DNS. And next is hyphen uh, -u for the URL, and the -w for word list. So let's back to GoBuster command -u http:// we can mention the IP like this, and um, word list using w usr and share. Let's go back to some default word lists which are which comes in Kali Linux by default. Word list, I'm trying to auto complete this. I don't know what's wrong here. um, Let me check if the directories or files are there, or maybe those are uh, in zipped version and uh, unzip is required. World list. um, what I'm missing here? uh, okay, so it is not world, it is word list, my bad. Yes, okay, I got it. So sudo go buster dir -u http:// $IP -w usr share word lists and dirbuster. Dirbuster is another tool which we can use. So we are using GoBuster, but we are using Dirbuster directory listing. So these are the files available. So we will be choosing 2.3 hyphen small.txt, and then we are setting uh, parallel um, connection to 500 just to speed it up a bit. Okay, so it is checking all the files, so we can see there is a development directory. So so we can wait for this to finish, and in parallel we can check what is there in uh, development. Let's close this out. And the question was, what is the name of the hidden directory on the web server? So the answer is development indeed. Use user brute forcing to find. Uh, it should be use brute forcing to find the username and password. Okay, so we need usernames and password uh, with brute forcing. So it is still going on. I believe we should cancel this GoBuster. It is taking lots of resources. Okay, so directory development has open, and we can see two files. One is dev.txt, another is j.txt. So maybe this is the dev notes. So this is 2018, and I've been messing with the start stuff, and it is pretty cool. I think we made a neat have a made real apps. The example has been shown how it is work, and it's the rest version of the example. Oh, and right now I am using version this, okay, because other versions were giving me trouble. Okay. Smb has been configured. So we have seen Smb port in Nmap scan. Um, that the user is K. I got Apache setup. We have seen Apache as well. We'll put in our content later. So something has not uploaded or enabled on Apache. Okay, so the user is J. So J or K. So this is, I'm guessing this is just initial and not the full name. We need to find out what is the full name. Okay, and in this file for J, I've been auditing the contents of etc shadow to make sure we don't have weak credentials, and I was able to crack your hash really easily. You know our password policy, so please follow it and change your password ASAP. So this is for J. So J's password is weak and K is reporting this issue. So most likely we will brute force the username password of J because it is easy to crack. Okay, so a couple of things here. Like in this previous file, it says SMB has been configured. Apache is set up, but content is not there, so most likely this is not useful for us. But we can see what is there in SMB. So there is a technique called SMB enumeration. So we can use a tool named uh, enum for Linux. So enum for Linux is um, is available in Kali on this path. So the syntax is quite simple. So in help page you can choose what to enumerate. So U is user, G as groups, and lots of other things. So we can use -a, do all simple enumeration, and we can just mention the IP address. That's it. So enum for Linux and -a, and then $IP, and then T to extract the output in the log file. So I'm not going to execute this because I have taken the output already. This will take a lot of time because it will try entering multiple SIDs, the user SIDs in Windows, if you know. So what it will do basically, it will check if the users with particular SIDs exist. So let me show you. So this is the output of enum for Linux. So this is the basic information: known user names, administrator guest, Kerberos TGT, domain names root bin and none. Okay, so basic enumeration, work group slash domain. So this is work group. Um, this is the lookup status, nothing special here. Getting SID, OS information. So what OS or what platform it is running. So we know that Ubuntu is also involved in the SMB component. Um, okay, so this is the password policy most likely, and this will check uh, users using certain SIDs. So it is basically brute forcing using standard SID sequence. So nothing found here, and then it changed the sequence to S1, 5, and 32 from this one. And okay, so it found some built-in groups, local groups, administrator, user, guest, and all these groups. So in the last, it found two users, user K and user Jan. So the -K and J were the initial, and these are two users. So one is Jan and second is K. Okay, so we need to brute force using user Jane because this password was weak. We already knew that, so we got the user. We can use Hydra command. So we have already used Hydra in our previous uh, lab. So Hydra -L for mentioning username, -capital P to mention the file, and we will mention in the standard format, like with this default rocku dot file. Rocku has common passwords, and it is available on internet, as well as it comes by default in Kali machine. Okay, so I'm canceling this again because the output is already there, just to speed up the thing. So this is another tab where I have executed the Hydra with the same syntax which I have shown you. So what it has for us. Okay, so this is the success. Use login is Jane, password is ARMANDO. Okay, let's copy this out, and let's move back to the questions. So use brute forcing to find username and password. So we know the user and password now, at least for password for one user. So what is the username? Username is Jane. What is the password? Password is Armando. Okay, what is the next question? What service do you use to access the server? So we have seen the SSH is open on the server, so correct answer should be SSH, all in caps. Okay, next, enumerate the machine to find any vectors of privilege escalation. So we need to get into machine and we need to find out ways to escalate our privilege. Okay, let's clear this up. SSH chain at the rate uh, dollar IP. Um, yep, and the password is Armando, if I'm speaking it correctly. Okay, we are into it. Clear? Okay, so user is Jane, sudo -l, first thing first. Uh, sorry, user Jan may not run sudo on basic 2. So no sudo functionality available. Okay, so before moving further, let me show you one thing which I forgot to show you. I am going back mm, um, to the enum log file, enumeration. So what I want to show you, sessions, OS information, user. When it was enumerating the shares, it gave us one share called anonymous. So we can get some information from this share as well. We have seen that SMB is enabled on this machine. So enum was one of the way to check the usernames, or to enumerate the user, and the other way is quite simple. So what we can do, we can create a directory, one directory first, called maybe test2. uh, why it is taking time? Come on, control C. mkdir/media/test2. Oh my god. Okay, let's try it again. I am uh, choosing a different name altogether. Okay, it needs sudo access, so here it is. And next thing is to mount the the anonymous share. So anonymous, I hope spelling is correct, and directory is temp. Password is blank because it should be anonymous, I guess. And if there will be no output, then it is a success. Yes. Let's find out. ls/temp, and we can see one staff.txt. So let's see what is there in this file. Staff.txt. It is taking a lot of time. I don't know why. I need to delete 6 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then enter. Okay, it was quick. Okay, so we can see the user K and user Jen. Please do not upload non-work related items to this share. So this was another way to find out the usernames, just by browsing the anonymous share, in case we don't use enum for Linux. Okay, let's go back to the server privilege escalation thing, and we have seen that there is no sudo. There is no output for sudo -l. So let's find out. Is there anything placed here? Nothing. Is there any other user in home directory? Yes, the user is K. Is there anything in this directory? Pass.back. So can we read this uh, pass.back? No. Permission denied. Okay, so we can't get into it. So there are multiple method to privilege to escalate the privilege. So one of the most widely used script is linpiece. So the source script is available here. So it checks a lot of things which we can check manually, but we can save our time just by executing this command. So in most of the uh, uh, CTF rooms, most likely we don't get the internet access on the machine so that we can download. Yes, so it is not there. So we cannot download the script directly from the internet. So what we can do, um, we can go back to this tab and let's clear it out, and we can download the script from this machine, Kali machine, and we can transfer or upload the script to our target. Okay, so curl um, HTTPS, maybe just let's copy complete URL from here. So this is the linpiece.sh script raw, and this is the URL. Let's go back and um, let's see. Let's paste the URL. It is not working. No. Okay. Lin piece. We can search it in this machine also. And let's click on raw again. And here's the URL. Okay, paste. And um, what we can do, we can maybe just uh, um, output it in this directory linpiece.sh. I was thinking of uploading it directly on the server. So what all files are here: nmap, hydra, and linpiece. Okay, so let's transfer this to our target, linpiece.sh, and Jane at $IP, and maybe on dev directory. Um, and we need the password again. Copy and paste, enter. Most likely it is a success. Yes. Okay, so cd/dev/ what was that? SHM. Okay, ls -l. So we need to assign the execution permission. We can um, um, linpiece. Okay, yes, ls -l. Correct. We have execution permission. So we can just execute it. Sh linpiece.sh. Yes, it has started. So I'm pausing the video here and we'll come back once the complete output is generated. Okay, the execution is complete. So I'm just scrolling through quickly and checking if anything mentioned in red or yellow. So uh, this is interesting. We see possible private SSH keys were found for user K. So we are using user Jen to log in, and most likely the password of user K, I'm sorry, is not weak, and we should not waste our time to brute force. So we can grab this file and check its content. And what else? Some key rings folders, GPG trusted keys are available here. Searching uncommon files, we can come back this to later. And some some interesting files here. Okay, so we will come back to all these things. Okay, so we are already using user chain here. Let's open another window and um, export IP is 2.36. That's correct. So SSH user K this time. Oh, so we have not checked the content. I'm sorry. Still, let's see what is written there. Can we actually read it? Um, yes, we can. So we should grab the output, starting from here and uh, till the end. Copy and mention um, this. What was that? What is the file name? Sorry, I forgot. So it was ID RSA maybe. Let's keep the same name. What I'm doing. So nano ID underscore RSA, paste, control X, and save. As the output has saved, yes. So in order to use this, we should um, use the correct permission, which is wait a minute. Let's go back to our previous location. So this was the previous location. Have you found anything? We might need couple of more things in order to success. Yes, there is id underscore rsa dot pub also. I don't know whether we will be using this file, but let's grab the output here, cat id.rsa. So the correct path is, maybe we can ch check the output using historical command. Okay, so what it say? I don't have to type a long password anymore. So this is some kind of password, SSH RSA. Okay, let's grab this and id underscore RSA dot pup, the same file name. Have this copied completely. Yes. Okay, control X and enter. So we need to ls minus l. I was saying that we need to set the permissions correctly. So chmod 600k underscore id underscore rsa. Now let's use this rs no id underscore rsa file to log in uh, to machine using k user and $ip. Will this be success? We need some passphrase, so here we should be using uh, that pub file maybe, or we can use some kind of brute forcing. Let's figure it out. Okay, I'm going back to this window to figure it out. Uh, what is dot pub file? Maybe I'm forgetting something. Um, id star id underscore rsa dot pub cat id rsa dot pub. So I was just checking whether this is some kind of base64 encoding. No. So I was just checking that because these two equal to sign. Okay, so we can leave this, and we can try to brute force the passphrase of id rsa using our ssh to John Python script. So let's check where is ssh to John Python script available. Okay, so let's grab the complete path, copy and paste, and then id underscore rsa and maybe k id underscore rsa for John. We will be giving this to the John command for brute forcing. Okay, next step is um, what is the command? John. Uh, yes, maybe. And the syntax should be something. Okay, the file name. Maybe just let's enter and let's see what will happen. I believe no other switches is required most likely. So it is using word list John password dot lst. We could give the word list as a rock you maybe. Let's see. Maybe let's try this out again on another window. And before executing, let's check the syntax. I am forgetting it completely. So hyphen hyphen word list. Okay, copy and uh, what was the file and word list, user share, and before that, uh, yes, it is still executing. Share word list rocku.txt, and let's see. Okay, so we need to wait for a couple of minutes, so I'm pausing the video again and we'll come back once this is completed. Okay, so this is still running without the word list, and when I have mentioned the word list as rocku, so it has shown one keyword here. I'm canceling this out, so beeswax should be the passphrase. Let's try it out, and I'm copying this set here and I'm canceling this one as well. Okay, so ssh hyphen it underscore rsa, the same file, and k at the rate $ip. So it should ask for a key phrase, and we can supply this to verify if this is correct. Yes, indeed. So we are into case session. Let's go back to the home directory in Jane, just to make sure that we don't mix these two things up. So this is Jane, this is K. Okay, we have checked. There is a pass dot back. What is this? Cat pass dot back. Oh, so this is the password. Here's a really strong password that what has happened? Um, that follows the password policy. Okay, maybe the time is up for this machine. So no worries, we can start it again, but let's see what was the question. Invert the machine and find any vectors to privilege the escalation. So we did. And what is the name of the other user? All in lowercase, it was K. If we have found another user, what can you do with this information? What is the final password you obtained? This is the final password. Any other question? No. So we are done with this lab. Um, Actually, machine is still running, and don't know what has happened, but we are done with this lab. We are able to find the final password. So this is it. We should not go into the root stuff. That is not needed to complete this lab. I hope you have enjoyed and learned many different things in this lab. So keep watching these videos and subscribe and enjoy. Thank you. Bye bye.